Hi guys, welcome back to another part of Core Java tutorial. In this part, we will discuss about what is the use of finally block in Java. A finally block is actually used with a try block in Java. A finally block is executed whether regardless of whether there is an exception is caught or not. So if an exception is generated, in that case finally block execute. If an exception is not generated, in that case also the finally block will execute. So the finally block will ensure the consistency of your program. That means that statements that definitely execute regardless of whether an exception is generated or not must be placed on the finally block to ensure the consistency of your application. So in this part I will explain what is the use of finally block in Java. So to demonstrate it, I will create a project. I will create a program here that contain a try block. Corresponding to that try block, there are three catch statements. First one is an arithmetic exception, second one is an array index out of bound exception, and the final one is the common exception class. Here there are these statements generated. Actually, these statements may generate two exceptions. First one is the array index out of bound exception, and second one is the arithmetic exception. So here I'm going to create that finally block. So after the last catch block, I create that finally block here, finally, and just print out a message here, system.out.println I am always run. Okay, I place the finally block after the last catch block, and I save it. Now I am going to run it. So press F6 on your keyboard. Here I just provide two values when I run this program, 6 and 0. That means this will cause a division by 0. That means an arithmetic exception here. So click OK. Now here is the output. An arithmetic exception is generated here, and I am always run. That means in this case here an exception is actually generated called the arithmetic exception, and also execute the finally block. So the first is proved. That means an exception, if an exception is generated, in that case the finally blocks definitely execute. Now checking for the second condition, I run it again and provide here 2. That means in this case there is no exception is actually generated. There is no arithmetic exception and there is no array index out of bound exception, and click OK. Now we got the result 6 by 2 is equal to 3, and I am always run. That means the second condition is also proved. That means if there is no exception, in that case also the finally block will definitely execute. That is the use of finally block. A finally block will definitely execute regardless of whether there is an exception is generated or not. That is the use of a finally block with a try block. Guys, thank you for watching. See you in the next part of this tutorial.